Good morning, world. I thought it'd be fun to show a little morning ritual that I'm also really loving in this like sheltering within quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. I think I like sheltering within. I like the slowing down. I'm liking having more time for morning meditation and a lot more introspection, which is both really nice and sometimes not very comfortable. Anyway, I love this mug. It's my sister Michelle brought this back from New York, so it always makes me think of her and how much I love her. And I'm making a little list on this notepad that was given to me by a dear friend for my birthday. Simple, but it makes me think of her and feel her with me, and just a nice feeling. I recently was looking for some ink. I've been loving the fuchsia ink that I've been writing with. It's sort of a purpley pink, if you can see that. And I'm running out, and I'm having a hard time finding it. It came in a kit from China. But anyway, I found this other stuff it's kind of a cherry, I think it's called cherry red. It'll work, it's fine. So I've been having a lot of fun thinking about what are the little parts that make a good day, because I realize it's not always the big extravagant things. It's becoming more and more about the things that I take 5 minutes to do, or just the way I go about doing something, which is just nice. I'm not loving that. I'm gonna start over. Well, I'm loving calligraphy. I'm loving bringing something old world into this modern day. I love just how meditative I feel in making these lines. And in the background, we're playing Murray Hidary. He's a composer in LA who does mind travel music, adventure experiences all over the world. And this particular one is for focus. The thing I'm really loving right now is just having a chance to step out of the rush that we've been in. And I'm definitely also feeling the discomfort of all the unknowns and getting sick and that kind of thing. And I'm also realizing I get to decide how I think and feel about it, and looking at how I can be creative and keep a sense of sanctuary and calm amidst the crazy. And just how we can take our power back and stay in our softer, more heartfelt parts of ourselves. And how I can, what my creativity wants to be in this time. And there are so many ideas and colors that are coming, which is really interesting. And figuring out how do I make time for all that in the middle of all the other things that need to be dealt with. But the flowers are screaming like crazy to be painted. And I think there's something about the flowers and the pinks and the blush and the blossoming of the metaphor of that, and the poetry of what a flower is, and just the joy and the lightheartedness of it, that I don't know, it has some really potent medicine, and you can't help but just be a little happier in the presence of a flower. At least I can't. And I think we could all use more of that. It also just is a reminder of hope and opening and understanding that we are cyclical and we are nature, and we're not going to live in spring and summer all the time. There are winter days, and there are dark nights, and and how we kind of relax and allow ourselves to flow with natural rhythms, and how do we find an anchor and a calm in the middle of what feels like chaos. Kind of been the query right now. So far I've got best morning routine, tea, calligraphy, connect with a friend, meditation, creativity, quiet. I'm going to put beauty. And for me, beauty is just, lighting a cozy colored lamp or lighting a candle, having flowers around, making your bed. Pretty little teapot with dragonflies that we got from, actually funny thing is I have a smaller one that I got from an ex-boyfriend that I'm still friends with, and I got this one, the bigger version of the same teapot, when we were sadly letting go of a friend who had passed away suddenly, my sister and I, and this was something in his house. And so it's kind of special, reminds me of him, and it feels kind of magical that it also has dragonflies, and it's the same as my little teapot, it's just bigger. And the dragonflies have always been sort of a totem animal for me. Had some special moments with dragonflies. And then this is a river rock, or I guess it's an ocean rock, from Whidbey Island, where a lot of my family lives. And one of my favorite things to do there is to go to the beach with my siblings, my mom, and the dogs. And oh my gosh, the rocks there are so gorgeous. There's, of course, I come home with a suitcase full of a little statue of rocks and pebbles. Who needs touristy tchotchkes when there's so much beauty that nature's dropping at our feet? But anyway, so taking in the beauty. I also had some really nice breath work. I've been doing Wim Hof's breath work, which feels amazing. It like shifts your brain. I guess it gives you your own natural work, your own natural high, just the breathing, holding your breath. It's kind of a teaching your body to get stronger by challenging it a little bit. And I think we definitely need to remember that challenging times make us stronger, and it's good to be stronger. We don't want to be wrapped up in cotton wool. If we can find a way to soften and surrender to the unknowns, and also I would say I've been really enjoying watching my mind movies. Mind movies are a really great way to teach your subconscious brain just sort of the vision of your future. It gives me a bigger sense of where I'm going. It gives me a sense of vision. Rather than waking up with the worry of the to-do list, it's like feeling pulled by the deeper beckoning that just feels more connected to my, more heart and soul and what I really care about. And of course, nature. I guess this is becoming what makes a good day, but it's definitely a way to start a good day, start a good morning. And of course, just remembering love. The big intelligent love that grows food for us and shines the sun for us and that connects all of us. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed our morning routine. We'll do another one. Love and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.